We back once again. So you guys gonna go live one more time. It's the Boxing Clinic and more. Y'all know who it is. Your boy CJ Goodfellow one time for the one time. Few things happened. Apparently Fury dropped a video basically flipping the bird to Eddie Hearn saying, the Wilder fight is basically done. You know what I'm saying? Eddie Hearn dropped some what's going on, Big Money? He dropped some numbers that he heard financially what Fury would get and what Wilder would get for this fight. Just give me 1 minute. 1 minute. Yep, what they get for this fight. So we're gonna get into those financial particulars and stuff of that nature. Also, we talk about Keith Thurman and the PBC on Fox thing. So y'all be on the lookout for that. What's going on, Urban? Yeah, we in the building. Doing big things. Hopefully we're doing big things. So just give me 1 second. Clear this bag out. 1 second. All right, so Fury dropped a video today saying, laughing at Eddie Hearn, and apparently Eddie Hearn said Fury was offered Tony Bellew fight. He would have made like $7 million fighting, $7 or $8 million fighting Tony Bellew. Said Fury's only making $10 million to face Deontay Wilder. And one thing I want to get into is Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn basically, yeah, he does. P-Money. Eddie Hearn don't realize why people don't want to work with him. All right, he supposed to have all this money, but can't get nobody to take no money. I'm not even just talking about Al's and his PBC fighters. Couldn't sign Tyson Fury. And, Tyson Fury went, I think, from Hennessy Sports over to Frank Warren, I believe. And he just can't understand it. He can't understand why nobody wants to sign with him. And it could be something that Eddie Hearn is not telling us or telling the public. If you sign to fight this guy, you got to, we get to co-promote you for 2 or 3 years. It's very prevalent in boxing. Very, very prevalent. Or, for one, he could be throwing us numbers out here, but his numbers are not accurate. What's in negotiations? He could be lying. That easily could be the case. But for some reason, Eddie Hearn got all this money, but nobody taking it. He said he offering 20, 30, 50% more money, but nobody taking it. I mean, come on. Anybody, you don't even need a complete functional brain to really say, wow, Eddie Hearn is offering these dudes all this money. Why are they not taking this money? It's something that Eddie Hearn is not telling you. So a liar or anybody can tell you part of the truth, but not the full truth, or mix in some lies there. If Eddie Hearn got all this money that can change, guaranteed money at it, he got these guaranteed money, all this money that can change lives. So he offered Mikey Garcia all this money. He not gonna take it. He offered Tyson Fury $8 million to fight that bum Tony Bellew. He not gonna take it. Deontay Wilder, he offered him $5 million to fight Chisora, $7 million to fight Dillian White. He not gonna take it. Why aren't these fighters taking this money? Is the question to be asked. Why are they taking this money? Not even the Al Heyman fighters. What's going on, Sean? Why aren't they taking this money? It's something that he's not telling you guys. You know what I'm saying? Something that he's not telling you. Excuse me. Or is he just a shitty person? Nobody trusts him. Nobody want to work with him. All money isn't good money. All money isn't good money. What's going on, Narco? All money isn't good money. His money is no good in America, it looks like. None. He can't, but Fury gonna get 3 to 2 more million than he allegedly offered him to face Bellew. But it's different, fighting Deontay Wilder, because you beat Deontay Wilder, that's clout right there. A lot of dudes, everybody know it. Everybody know Deontay Wilder legitimately probably the best heavyweight out there. They don't want to admit it. They want to cover it up. He awkward. He sloppy. I heard Blu-ray on with Black Fight Fan today. He ain't got no skills. That's novice talk. Dude, Blu-ray was talking like a novice. Just go do some push-ups and sit-ups and hold Earl Smith's ankles and sit up and stuff and just get in shape. Because you're talking like a novice. You out of your scope of support. You out of your depth. You know, you out of your depth. To say a man that, you know, oh, he ain't got no skills. I think Joshua the better fighter. Look, that's a very, very bland. That's a very, very bland. What's going on, Tom? That's a very, very bland answer. Tell me what Deontay Wilder doesn't do good. You tell me. You tell me attribute for attribute, what doesn't he do good? You tell me what Anthony Joshua does better than Deontay Wilder. Give me an educated answer. Don't give me the same ass narrative. See, this is the shit that trickles down from the media to the fans. See, the fans only, especially casual fans, ain't a lot of hardcore fans. They only repeat what they hear through the media. That's all they do. Oh, he's sloppy, he this and that. If he's sloppy and this and that, tell me what doesn't he do well that Joshua can expose? Well, Joshua jab. I heard somebody say Joshua would have jabbed him to death. Jab. That motherfucking jab ain't good enough to jab a motherfucking cruiserweight to death. Look at Joshua. He's a totally different fighter since he fought Vladimir Klitschko. What's going on, Lowland Prophet? He don't come in behind no head movement. He put his guard up. He better coming forward, not using angles. He good at throwing some combination punches when he get in close. But one thing we do know is he don't like getting hit. He don't have no defense. He not gonna move his head or bend down or do nothing. We do know Wilder reuses his height. We do know Wilder has a jab. We do know Wilder will land that straight right hand. He's taller, rangier, controls distance faster, and he punches harder than Anthony Joshua. That's a fact. So when you're looking at style matchups, okay, you're looking at how does this style mesh. See, Luis Ortiz can do well versus Wilder because he understands positioning, how to be poised in the pocket, how to deliver in the pocket, how to take away a right hand. Joshua don't understand that. And if Joshua was so body, I mean, I've never seen nobody not want to take any type of money versus a bum. That's a fact, but I think Fury has an excellent chance at probably dethroning Wilder, though. Like I said, styles that make fights. If Fury is on his A game, he's going to get Wilder fixed with his feints, keeping Wilder off balance. That's the main thing. I think Gerald Washington give Deontay Wilder a lot of issues with his height and his feinting. But the difference between Gerald Washington and Fury is it's not a thing of athletic ability with Fury. It's the thing of feinting. You know, it's a thing of positioning. It's the thing of being smart in that ring. You know, Fury is very, very smart in how he attacks, and he'll time Wilder. You know what I'm saying? I don't think he got enough power to knock Wilder's power out, but if he's in shape and on his game, a difficult matchup for Wilder. It's probably the worst matchup other than Luis Ortiz in boxing. You know, it's probably a bad matchup. A prime Fury versus this Wilder is legitimately, I probably would favor Fury, but then again, Fury was a known cheater. We cannot forget that. Fury was a known cheater, and that's a fact. So how much was it the shit that he got caught with? How much was it actually him? You know? But we do know a cruiserweight put Fury down. Steve Cunningham put him down with an overhand right. So his defense is not impeccable. You know, he won't bully Wilder like he bullied Steve Cunningham. It won't happen. So it'll be an interesting fight. Fury going to try to take away that right hand. But what you got to know is Wilder is more than a right hand. You know what I'm saying? He's worked on that. He's fast. His fast twitch muscles are there. And if you ask me to be honest, which I'm a very honest guy, I would prefer this fight happen probably 6 months to a year from November. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Eddie Hurt says Wilder is set to make $25 million this fight. Fury $10 million. So, you know, yeah, Fury $10 million. So Fury get money. I think he deserves a little bit more than 10, but I guess it's good enough. You know what I'm saying? I'm pretty sure Frank Warren is getting a nice cut as well. So it happens and happens. I'll probably be in attendance. You know, God willing, everything financially is stable. I'll be in attendance for that fight. I think it's interesting. I'll be there to support Deontay Wilder. But like I said, technically Eddie right. This just makes their fight better, for Anthony Joshua. But will Anthony Joshua take that fight? Go on, Hebrew Duchess. No, will he take the fight? Even if Fury win, will he take that fight? Can they make a fight happen? Eddie Hearn tried to sell. Eddie Hearn tried to buy, not buy. He tried to promote Tyson Fury. It just won't work. So, like I said, it's interesting. I'm definitely going to check that fight out. Definitely want to go to Vegas for that fight. And, Tyson Fury got balls, because he came. Not only did he come in and save boxing for the fans, but he came in and saved Deontay Wilder. Or you would have got Deontay Wilder versus Luis Ortiz too. Great fight, but I don't think that should have been a rematch in the same calendar year for Wilder. I understand Ortiz is on the Ricky Dial coincidental list where Joshua won't give him a shot. And Eddie Hearn said he wants to re-sign Luis Ortiz. A trilogy? No, I don't see it being a trilogy. I think eventually it could be. I could see like Wilder beating him, and then Fury saying, "Let me get back in shape," and then a year or year and a half or 2 years down the line they fight. Fury get him, and then they fight again. I can see it like that, but it won't be a trilogy. It won't even be a rematch back to back. I don't think. Even if whoever wins, it won't be a immediate rematch. I think it'll be more of Luis Ortiz to get the winner, next year. And then they'll fight at the end of the year and try to revisit the AJ situation. And it's up to the UK to put the pressure on AJ. It's up to those fans to put the pressure on AJ. They made a statement by not buying those Povetkin tickets all the way up or, not selling out yet. But, it is what it is, man. Boxing eats its own. What I mean by that, boxing, anytime it's an opportunity for boxing to triumph or to really take center stage, boxing fucks it up. Boxing don't like fresh fights. They don't like fresh fights. They like to let the number one fight, the best fight that everybody wants to see universally see. They like to let it simmer. They like to let it sit in a crock pot and cook a long time. Slow cook. Boxing don't let to give you what you want. Now why it's the best. It's always a debate. Pacquiao, Mayweather. If it would have happened in 2009, you're like, okay. Evander Holyfield Phil Tyson. What if it would have happened, before Tyson went to jail? Who else can you go? You can do a Donna Stevenson, Chad Dawson. If Chad Dawson didn't move down, he would have had Andre Ward coming to 75. He probably would have beat a Donna Stevenson, Bernard Hopkins, Kovalev. If Bernard Hopkins was younger, he probably would have beat Kovalev. You know what I'm saying? Just this shit like that. You get that over and over again. Over and over again in the sport of boxing. You rarely get a fight that's at its height, You rarely get a Tommy Hearns versus Sugar Ray Leonard. You know what I'm saying? You more get the Hearns versus Duran. Duran was kind of fucked up at the time, and Hearns stretched his ass a little bit older. Yeah, it does seem scripted. 122 St. Louis. It does seem scripted. Boxing never gives you a fight when it's at its peak. Never. Not even Triple G and Canelo. That shit ain't at its peak. Triple G was old. He looked old. He got exposed by Danny. You can't remember when you seen two legit young guns that it wasn't a question of is woo ready or you never get that type of fight. You never get the, how can I say it? What comparison can I make? You really never get the prime fighters, man. The prime versus prime fighters. You don't get that Hearns and Sugar Ray Leonard too much, man. You don't get that. I mean, Tyson Lewis, yeah, well past his expiration date. You don't get that. You might get the upset, a Douglas versus Tyson. You get that upset every now and again in boxing, but you don't get the best fights. Floyd Mayweather, Shane Mosley could have fought when Floyd was coming up to lightweight, but Shane Mosley chose to jump two-weight class to fight Oscar De La Hoya. I don't see Keith and Danny being in that fight. I say that because Danny Garcia wasn't the same after Lucas Matisse. Neither was Lucas Matisse. They were not the same fighter. Yeah, Oscar Tito. And then you get Oscar Tito, and them niggas didn't even rematch. Like, That was a rematch. Oscar De La Hoya, outboxed Trinidad ass out that first half of fighting. His team told him to run the second half. I should start a boxing group just for us to do watch parties, because you can do watch parties in boxing and Facebook groups. Yeah, it was a good scrap, but J-Rock wasn't proven. It was a good young gun scrap. You need more scraps like that. But if J-Rock was a champion, if it was a Hearn versus Jamel Charlo thing, where J-Rock had conquered half his division and Jamel was sitting there like, okay, the 1 and 2, that Jamel and Jared Hearn, I mean, that's probably gonna be your next Hagler Hearns type of fight. I'm not Hagler Hearns, but Hearns Leonard type of fight. Gotti wasn't shit. No offense to him, but he really wasn't shit. But like I said, it'll be like, what if, like, hypothetically, let's say Hearn and Charlo fought, or whatever they fought, and they moved up, all right? Let's just say hypothetically they moved up before we go to the next subject. All right. And say Munguia moved up. For whatever reason, he outgrew the weight class. Let's say Lubin got I'm just saying hypothetically, Lubin got 2 belts, and then J-Rock got 2 belts, and they fought. They rebuilt their career, and they fought. And they prime, and they look good, and they looking physically their best, and their skill sets are sharp. That's the type of fight I'm saying. Even you can have a loss that got knocked out in your career. I'm saying really like Earl and Terrence, if there's a fight right now, that's a great fight, but boxing want to build it up. If it's too right, boxing, if it's right at all, boxing don't like it. Con Brook, like ARYJ say, Con Brook. That shit should have happened 4-5 years ago. Them motherfuckers trying to one up each other. I'm gonna go ahead and fight Triple G, then Con say I gotta fight Canelo. Like they competing, they competing at each other instead of competing against each other. You know what I'm saying? Are we just going right now? We kind of was talking about Fury Wilder, but we just talking about how boxing never get it right. Like Wilder and Joshua right now. That's a fight that need to happen right now while both of them, got their faculties and both of them not getting exposed. It's plenty of those type of fights in boxing right now. I mean, you can go, Anuiwa versus Chocolito was a fight that was supposed to happen, but Chocolito got beat up by Sorstein. You wait too long, shit like happened. Gamboa and Juan Lopez was supposed to happen. Salido knocked out Lopez twice. Didn't happen. It was a good money fight. Mikey Garcia and Gamboa could have happened. For whatever reason, it didn't happen at 35, even though Gamboa wasn't even a true 35. Mikey Garcia could have started off pro at 35. He came out the amateurs at 132. But before we move on to the next topic, like those fights, like Keith Thurman versus Earl, that kind of took a hit as being a great fight, like one of those great prime for prime fights, because whatever it may be, let's say Keith take 2 tune-ups and look good, and Earl beat Keith. Let's just say hypothetically, people, Keith Thurman never took that time off and got injured. He'd have beat Earl Spence. So see how I fuck it up. They should have fought. They should have fought, this year, and it would have been hot if Thurman didn't take that time off. But now it's Crawford and Earl Spence, and they gonna fuck that up too. They gonna fuck that up too. I mean, you got a lot of those fights. You got Joshua Wilder, that should be that fight. You go on light heavyweight, a lot of them are older. It's just so much separate. It's so much clutter in the light heavyweight division. It's just cluttered. Yeah, that build-up shit don't work. It's cluttered, so you don't know who. All them niggas is older light heavyweight, except Bivol 28, better be like 32, 33. Goofic somewhere around where Bivol at. They the 2 youngest, I think. But Alvarez 35, Kovalev 33, 32, better be around 32, 33. Stevenson 40, Jack in his 30s. All them niggas is old. They need to fight right now. You don't know who the best at light heavyweight. Nobody knows who the best is. Some people say Berturbia or Better Be. I call him Better Be. What's on CB Sports TV? Let me know if you want to hop on. Some people say Berturbia. Some people say Alvarez. Some people say Bivol. Some people say Stevenson. Some people say Goofic. You don't know who the best is. All them motherfuckers need to fight now. They older. You go to 168. Benavidez, they it's suiting David Benavidez. He only 21 years old. So the more these motherfuckers fight and take each other out, this nigga just sitting there getting better. Yeah, I like Hot Rod. He beat the fuck out of Marcus Brown. They just sitting there getting better. You know what I'm saying? They letting Benavidez get better. I don't know where the fuck Cali been. I gotta hit that nigga up. Or where the fuck I been? That's probably what he's saying. But yeah, you know, that's just the nature of the beast. You know, yeah, he beat the fuck out of Marcus Brown. I remember that fight like it was. I never forgot. I don't know his real name, but I know a motherfucker named Hot Rod beat Marcus Brown. I know that for a fact. I watched that fight.
What up, CJ?
What's going on?
Can you hear me, CJ?
Yeah. Say something again.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. My earplug went over here.
Oh no, you
good. Yeah,
what's going on, man?
I'm just talking shit, kicking and shit. That motherfucking a whole bunch of all these young motherfuckers need to fight. That's what I'm saying. Why these niggas at their pinnacle?
Yeah, they do. I don't want to see no past the prime Floyd and Pacquiao. I don't want to see that shit. I want to see
that's
guys.
What boxing do best. Yeah, that's what boxing do best.
And that's why the sport is dying off. You know what I'm saying? You know, it is. If these guys were fighting, that's why I feel like it's very crucial for guys like Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford to fight next year. That 2020 shit, man, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Yep. I don't want to see it. You know what I'm saying? 2020 is like, no, Terrence Crawford be 32, even though he said been in his prime, but still, why not get these brothers with it 30 and 20? He might not be in
his prime, man. You never know. He might not be in his prime no more.
That's what I'm saying. You know
Somebody
what I'm saying?
can land a punch on him, drop him, and it changed everybody's opinion from it being a 50-50 fight to a 70-30 fight for Spence, and it working Spence's way too.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because he's not immune to this, you know what I'm saying? Anything can happen, you know what I'm saying? This is, boxing. In the wrong punch can alter a person's career. You know what I'm saying?
Sometimes you won't even know it.
Exactly.
Until you when Jesus Soto Carras hit Keith Thurman with that left hook and hurt his ass. Yeah. That was the beginning of him mailing that bitch in, being safety first.
Yeah, because before then, Keith Thurman was a killer.
Yeah, he fought what's the old boy name he had fought before then? Diego Chavez.
Diego Chavez, yep.
That motherfucker was a killer in that fight.
Yeah, Keith Thurman was on his ass. But
that was a good ass fight.
Yeah, but as soon as he took that liver shot from Soto Carras, boy, it seemed like he nope.
Took that left hook to the head too.
Yeah,
that left hook in the first round. You can go watch that. You can leave this stream real talk and come back. Watch the first the first minute of that fight, minute and a half. Carras landed the left hook that clipped Keith Thurman neck. That Keith Thurman was hurt off that bitch. Ever since that part, that nigga been melting it in.
Yeah, they ain't one time no more. You know,
and then Collazo is the one that hit him with that liver shot.
Yeah, made his ass ball up, and then.
But that Soto Carras shit, that's when that nigga started saying, "Oh, this nigga say send me a leak now." Fuck you been at this nigga Cali. This nigga fuck you been at nigga. I ain't seen this nigga all fucking week. We got work to do. We've been sitting on 11 episodes. You can hop on with us today too if we record.
Oh, well, if y'all doing it later on this evening, because I gotta go to this kid's party in a little bit. I just came from the barbershop, but I'm definitely gonna try to hop on with y'all. I definitely want to do some more podcasts with you because I got some shit to get off my mind. I ain't gonna lie to you. I really do.
We can do them tomorrow too, so we get you try to fit you. Don't worry.
I've been trying to you know what I'm saying, keep it a little bit, clean because I know YouTube trying to hawk everybody's channel, so I ain't trying
to that work week, man, and they moved me around.
What up,
Yeah, YouTube. Yeah, YouTube. Hey, who channel they got CB?
Yeah, YouTube, and they didn't let Black Fight Fan and 7 Day go live yesterday. I'm talking about they wouldn't not let him go on his Google, nothing like that. YouTube be on straight garbage. Anytime
they be playing with niggas' money too, dog. I can attest to that.
Anytime I'm talking about I like anybody video on the LDBC, if I leave out and go back in, they take my like away. I got to click the like button again.
Yeah, that happens.
Every single video on the LDBC, I like every video.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you, man. It's time to probably potentially try to bust a move up out of here, man. They playing too much, man.
It is. But they feel like, oh, well, we need them. We got to show them like, nah, this ain't that. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's time to make. It's definitely getting that point in time to make, to make different moves. You know what I'm saying? But I'm just like, I want to see these prime fights now. I want to see, like, do you know if Wilder and Joshua don't happen? You know what I'm saying? That's gonna be Lennox Lewis and Riddick Bowe all over again.
But it got a bigger impact than that, because at least when they didn't fight, it was other great fights to be made. Bowe, Holyfield, Lennox, Tyson, Foreman was in the mix. You had David Tua, Tommy Moore. You had all them different fighters. I mean, really, the heavyweight division just really come down to Joshua and Wilder. I mean, A1 22nd say Does Joshua gain the advantage of beating Usyk getting super champion title? No, he doesn't gain the advantage. You get no popularity from beating Usyk. You know, right now he got to build up a little bit.
Hey, has that fight?
Usyk got no backing. Usyk has no fanfare, man. He has a small to almost no non-existent following. Maybe it's one in the Ukraine, but in the U.S., there's nothing. Hell, really, no, globally, there's really nothing there outside of possibly the Ukraine. And now there's some hardcore fans that like him, but I guarantee you, if you ask every casual who's thinking about who, people have no idea who he is, man. He's a great fighter, but I mean, yeah, but he don't have no name recognition. He just has and the wonderful thing is he doesn't really speak English. You know what I'm saying? So, but he's a great fighter, man. It's not a shot at him.
He should have built up in England. He should have built up in England. That's what I would have done. I would have built up in England. Same thing for Rigondeaux. Rigondeaux should, after he got done with Bob, he should have built up in England. They would have loved Rigondeaux in Europe, in England.
Yeah, they over there in Europe and Australia, man. They love boxers. It's sad because Andre Ward has a pretty big following in the fucking UK. In the United States, it's really Oakland, man. Outside of some other black fans, bro. That's right.
That Floyd big over there in Russia, and Roy big over there in Russia. Floyd big over in the UK. They got Floyd got a boxing academy over there.
You know, and that a disgrace about it says everything about America, huh? Everything about America, man. People say it ain't racial. The hell if it's not. Sports is all racial, even football, man. Yep. I mean, I'm over here. I'm watching the way people act towards Randy Moss. I'm watching the way. I went to go look.
They don't know Randy Moss' story though. They don't know Randy Moss' story though.
I went to go look at some boxing stuff on Twitter yesterday, and I came across Khalil Mack getting called the N-word over and over again. I'm trying to keep it clean so you don't get the stream taken down. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? They're calling him the N-word and all kind of stuff, man. And we getting destroyed. Other Raider fans, like I said, I already knew that a bunch of Raider fans are racist. But you know what? They want the player to honor the contract. But when it comes to the franchise, I said, man, since you guys think the player should honor the contract,
they can cut you just like that.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. They said they could cut you. And they said you think the player could honor you think the team should honor the contract. But when it comes to the player, the team doesn't have to honor the contract, but the player does. I said, I know you expect the team to honor the contract just as well, right? No response. You guys are perfectly okay. What it is, they just want to be in control of the black player. Yep, the black player should.
That's why a lot of white fans don't watch the NBA no more because they don't have their kind on the floor.
Nope.
That's why they ain't that popular as it should.
But the NBA, guess what? The NBA players aren't obedient. They're happy to sit out. You know what I mean? They got a strong union. Baseball still has the strongest union, but the second strongest union is the NBA. The third strongest is NHL. The NFL has the weakest union, and it gets the highest ratings.
Yeah,
and that is crazy.
DeMaurice Smith is a joke.
Right, Jamal. He did tell them dudes. He had told them dudes 5 years ago. All these dudes should be saving their money, man, because they're willing to sit out a whole season in 2020. And now most of these dudes ain't saving the checks. So I mean, what can you really say? Yeah, what can you really say to the lawyer? It's hard to blame the lawyer if the players are the one who are really in control. If they don't get down with the get down, then it don't matter what the lawyer tries to do.
Make sure y'all hit the like button. Something you gotta know. Sometimes you gotta take 3 steps back to go 10 steps forward. Sometimes you gotta lose to win, and that's real, man. Sometimes
that's what the NBA did. Remember that with that lockout season?
99.
I think they missed. Yep, they lockout season. Yep, the ratings dipped, but now they're back just as strong as they've ever been. And the players are also in a bigger power position now too. They are stronger than the owners now, and that's the difference between what the NFL. NFL players can have way more leverage if they wanted to. The NFL is popular because of the players, but then you know what I mean. Like I said, at the end of the day,
they can get rid of the franchise tag. That's the biggest problem right there.
Franchise tag, transition
and the length
tag.
of contract. In the length of contract. Every contract should be 2 years.
Yep.
If you want it to be 2 years, 2 years with a team option. Just to get an owner or something. 2 years with a team option.
Right. But the players, the players should be able to get out of the contract. If you outperform a contract, because basically what it said, if they're not going to get 100% guaranteed contracts, then if a player outperforms the contract, he's out. He gets a raise. He gets a raise.
I think it's better. I think it's better just to keep them to 2-year contracts.
Right.
And with a team option. Fuck a player option. They want something, give them a team option.
Yeah, 2-year contracts. Hard to get in cap hell, huh? It's hard to be in cap hell for a 2-year deal, but they ain't gonna do no 2-year deal.
And also take off the cap. Take off the cap and take off the cap in all sports like baseball. They don't have no problem. Oh, you ain't gonna pay me? I'm gonna go over here. Simple as that. But
that's the way to do it though, man. I'm just telling you, man. The players, these players gotta get the cap.
If they take the cap off in sports, you'll really see if your home team want to win or not. But I was talking about I spelled Tyson Fury name on this shit wrong. I had to fix that shit. I don't know what the fuck I was on. But they said Fury gonna make like 10 million and Wilder gonna make 25 million. So
that's my that kills the whole. Wilder only makes $2 million a fight.
What Eddie Hearn say, that's what he heard, and he says, "What's going on, B. Howard?" Eddie Hearn says that he offered Tyson Fury $7 to $8 million to fight Bellew. He can't understand why he just took this fight with Wilder. He also said to Ness, which I think he.
Why? Because the Fury win. Because the Fury win, Fury gonna make a killing in the rematch. They trying to make it a 2-fight deal.
But then again, you can say. And he goes on to say he don't understand why Mikey not taking this offer. While other fighters, he offered them 30, 20, 30, 50%, but what they make with Al. He don't understand why these dudes not taking his money.
They're probably getting more. They're probably getting more than what he be thinking. Every time I'm telling they're getting a lot more. They're getting a lot more than what people are saying, man. Like it was people talking about Wilder get $2 million a fight. Wilder may be taking home 5, 6, 7 million. At the end or something like. Already said it's a possibility at his last fight when he got $2 million, he probably took home $5 million, man, after all the back end money and stuff. That's not just that too. Like, why would you tie yourself down? It's something that Eddie not telling motherfuckers, because then it's not like you just signed to the zone. Actually, you signed a promotional pack with Matchroom USA, and then you signed a network deal with the zone. That's what's happening. Yeah, he's trying to make them exclusive to the. And I'm gonna tell you this: these fighters. They're loyal to Showtime. That's what I'm learning. Some of these fighters, a lot of these fighters are loyal to Showtime, man. But they're also loyal to Al Heyman. A lot of these people don't understand what Al Heyman did to get some of these guys out of trouble, and they don't want to turn around and spit in Al Heyman's face, man. Even though Al Heyman don't take a lot of this stuff personal, but I tell you something, man. These guys, they love Al Heyman, man. And that's what all these guys keep getting mad at Al Heyman. Like, what is Al Heyman doing to you? Al Heyman, I understand it. And I'm gonna tell you this: why Al Heyman? Because people keep thinking Al Heyman ain't really the one making the fights. He has these other guys making the fights. Al Heyman is a priority. What he tries to do is get his fighters, each and every one of his fighters, as much money as possible. That's really all he does.
Segueing our next subject, they having a problem though with that. Showtime is not meeting they can't meet the demand of PBC, and also they are hampering PBC because their subscriber base is not heavy enough to really give PBC the exposure that it needs. Like HBO,
it's increased though. I heard that Showtime's subscriber base has been increasing, so that's a plus. If they can stick this thing out long term, in about another decade, there's no tell. I don't think that boxing's ever going to do, $10-15 million a show.
Well, Fox wants to sign exclusive PBC exclusively. Everything PBC, and PBC will no longer be on Showtime.
They should do that. I'm sorry, Showtime. Showtime, but it makes more sense.
The problem is that Fox is not willing to shelf the money that Showtime is. But also a problem is on Showtime side is CBS is not willing. That company is not willing to give Showtime the extra 10 fight dates that it might need.
Yeah, that's stupid, man.
Yeah, because they don't even have 20 fight dates right now, from what Dan Rayfield said. So, I mean, with over 250, whatever people on their roster they got, they're overpaying.
This is where Eddie Hearn fucked up to me, in my opinion, man. Eddie Hearn should have been willing to work with PBC.
And that's what he said earlier.
Your show.
That's what he said earlier. He said that earlier. He says that I don't understand why Al, you know, I got all this money, why Al wouldn't want to work with me. You already didn't wear your welcome out. You should have used that.
He shit it in his face. He literally did, man. He shit it in his face like, oh, I shit in your face. You should just accept that and just get over it. You shit in my face. I ain't fucking with you no more. Matter of fact, I'll be lucky I'll beat the brakes off your ass.
Same thing with Deontay Wilder.
I'm talking about figuratively.
Yeah,
man, this dude sat there and this motherfucker went to the bridge, poured kerosene and extra gasoline on the motherfucker. What he did, man? Am I crazy? Am I crazy what this dude been doing, man?
And then going around, he could have just did behind the scenes and be like, look at Wilder. Yeah, Anthony Joshua, okay, he not ready yet. Whoop, whoop, this is what we want to do. We can do this as a publicity stunt a little bit in the public eye, kind of build the fight up, you going back and forth, and kept it tasteful. You know what I'm saying? You know, Al, yeah, he should have worked. He should have been working with Al from the beginning. And then, you know, he could have played some Chief Indian, some Indian Pilgrim type shit. You said what? Hey, you breaking up, dog? Can y'all hear Callie? Breaking up on my end. Hold on. GM employee program participants with it. I don't know. Hold on, give me 1 second, if y'all can.
Mindset has been focused on Anthony Joshua only, and not necessarily on the big. He's still, and I also think he's trying his best to protect Anthony Joshua's feelings. It's like
he was breaking up. Hey, you was breaking up for a minute. All that stuff you said, ain't nobody here till now.
Oh, okay, that's okay. And like I said, I wouldn't have, but he said I think he was trying to protect Anthony Joshua's feelings, man. Like he tried to go out of his way to try to make him to coddle Anthony Joshua, man. And at the expense of other fighters, and they trying to shit on Deontay Wilder, but he basically been coddling Anthony Joshua, man, to try to make him look like he's still the baddest dude on the planet when he ain't. And instead of doing that, he like, look, man, we want to make this fight in 2020, man. In the meantime, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna pay you to fight on my app, man. I'm gonna pay you big money to fight on my app. You can pretty much fight whoever you want, even your mandatories. You do this, you're gonna fight on my app. You're gonna sign an exclusive deal with DAZN, and I'm gonna pay you. I'm gonna compensate you very, very well until this fight. And I think Wilder probably would have did that, man.
Yeah, but he would have came out on it correctly. He would have came out correctly, but he didn't. He didn't. He tried to come over here and like it's like when Snoop Dogg and them came to New York and they shot that video kicking all their buildings down. You can't do that. Same thing Dana White figuring out. Dana White said, I'm struggling on boxing scene. What's up for boxing? Yeah. Rock Nation came into boxing and it didn't work. Either you working with Bob Arum, you working with Al, or you working with a network. You said what?
Hold on, said Dana White has a bad reputation of underpaying the UFC fighters and only treating Conor McGregor well. And some fighters may look at that and be like, nah, you'll get a stable, you'll find one guy and kiss his behind. I'm serious. The situation with Conor McGregor that went on for about 3 years? We was just one guy, and he's been that way. Cause even he was like the way with Ronda Rousey too. Ronda Rousey was the biggest name in the company, and then he would put all his eggs behind her. Then he did the same thing. Conor McGregor didn't fucking defend his title once. People are like, well, how do you know? I had a guy tell me how do you know that he could have beat those guys? You don't know that. Shit, he needed to fucking defend his fucking titles. Shit, I mean, I don't mean that he would have lost, but you gotta defend your title. I'm going to these hostage, defend them. How's that fair? This motherfucker get what he wants. Meanwhile, they come with this bullshit interim title, and UFC has that shit bullshit too. I'm the interim champion. No, he should be the real champion because Conor McGregor's not fucking defending his belts. That's bullshit, man. So I'm looking at that. I would look at that and be like, I don't know about you, man. You're suspect. I mean, you're.
Yeah, he said he's struggling just like Eddie Hearn struggling. You know, I don't even know who the fuck plays at the Wintrust Arena in Chicago.
No one, man. It's a small facility, but I mean that fight card is so trash. I know you said you're gonna go.
That's where DePaul play at.
I thought it said it was a women's basketball court. University of DePaul. Okay, like I said, man,
it holds 10,387 people.
That's not bad though, man.
I was actually going to DePaul. That's the college I was going to.
Okay.
Yeah, changed my mind. That shit too expensive. It's a private school.
No, I'm gonna ask you. I'm gonna say, are you still gonna go? I know you said you wanted to go support Chicago, but
I don't know if I'm going. I think I said I wasn't gonna go, but I might go just to get the fuck away. It was just tickets. Ringside, I could be there for $200.
Yeah, you know what, though, man? This is my thing. I said, hopefully, maybe there's a prospect on there that'll draw your interest or something. Maybe get a prospect from Michigan or Detroit.
I'm actually interested in seeing Baturbia fight, though.
Okay, that's not a bad fight.
I see Baturbia fight Miller.
Yeah, the Miller fight's trash.
If I go, it'll be Baturbia fight because I ain't far from Chicago, so I might just go. I might get some press credentials just to build a portfolio or some shit.
Hey, why not?
Get an interview with Eddie. Get my plane ticket.
So you gonna start kissing my behind?
Yeah.
Said, okay.
I'll be the Matchroom Clinic and more. that nigga CJ switched up on the star.
Is that for the right price?
Eddie Clinic and more. The Matchroom Clinic and more.
Price. He's like, okay, I'll give $1 million. I'll give you £1 million.
Shit, this the AJ Clinic and more. We back with another one.
Listen, he gonna be like this. He's like, I'm a Matchroom Clinic. He said, what happened to you? Hey, Eddie paying like he win.
I signed an exclusive three fight announcing deal with DAZN. Be out here. Hey, be going live commentating on Lima Welsh card and shit.
Hating on Deontay Wilder on the regular basis. Your job, like, look, Deontay Wilder is trash, man. I mean, what happened to you, buddy, CJ? Hey, motherfuckers be talking about it. Motherfuckers get to the right kind of money thrown in their face. They gonna change you. They like, I keep it 100 for the right price. Motherfuckers be talking.
Well, somebody said that Fox was courting PBC because of UFC. They done dealing with the UFC, I guess.
All right. I understand, but PBC, yeah, that be what I said. But PBC got to put some good fights on that motherfucker, though.
I think they're happy. On a Saturday night, they happy with those type of numbers, though.
All right.
And I think that
wasn't bad. That wasn't bad though.
I think the way they look at it is like, if we can exclusively get a Charlo Hearn or a Crawford Spence or Crawford Danny on here, we'll probably blow the top off, and their popularity gonna grow.
Yeah, but, man. And it's,
they better to work with Showtime though. I understand that Fox and probably Showtime don't mix, but it's better if Fox say, you know what, we'll give you 10 fights or 12 fights on, but we want to be guaranteed, at least a Adrian Broner type of fight or a Charlo type of main event. They give us 10 or 12 fight dates on Fox. And then I think Showtime.
And you know what? Every fighter, man, all them dudes is fighting like 3 times a year. Where they're like, and maybe they could do something like this. Look, we fight twice a year on Showtime and once on Fox. They could do something like that.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
You know what I'm saying? And then Fox,
if CBS played nicely, they wouldn't have an issue. No. They could still use Fox with CBS. They seem like they really don't want to support boxing.
I'm gonna tell you, CBS is stupid because in CBS show fights, they don't have to do it all the time, but if they would just show like 4 or 5 fights a year with the top fighters at PBC, them dudes would do monster numbers. Then they could turn around and turn them dudes. That would help them grow into a pay-per-view star. If you every year you knew they were going to be able to have a fight on CBS, them dudes. You got Deontay Wilder once a year on CBS. You know what I mean? That's a Deontay Wilder. That'd be a good thing for him to fight on CBS. Because Deontay Wilder has potential to do 5, 6, 7 million on a CBS to Fox. You know what I'm saying? Because he's doing a million. He peaked at like 1.5 million one time, or 1.3 million or something like that on Showtime. I guarantee that translates to about 5 million on CBS. Because a lot of people know Deontay Wilder from Vines, for the for Vimeo and all that shit like that. From those Vines and from on Twitter, the little Twitter loops and shit like that. They watch that shit because it's on free. They can it's easy to turn. Oh fuck, Deontay Wilder's on. I guarantee you, I would be willing to bet anything Deontay Wilder could do 5, 6 million, man, on a Fox.
He did like 1.2 million or somewhere between there on NBC. NBC, right. Another one, They ain't shit on NBC, Fox, and shit like that. No way. Ain't shit being shown worth a damn on Saturday night.
Man, it sucks because, like I said, those channels used to care about sports, man. ABC, Wide World Sports. They got rid of all that shit, all the really good shit. I mean, but that's how we built up. That's how we created boxing stars. Was for them being on regular TV, and they did big numbers, huge numbers on regular TV. But if they got a chance to see those guys on a regular basis and watch them grow there, they would have a huge audience. But they don't have that kind of. They don't want to invest. It's an investment. You do that shit, I promise you it'll work. But they don't believe it. I said, man, look at your history. History actually says otherwise. Actually, history actually says that that fans will actually like slick boxers too, man. I mean, we already know fans like slick boxers. They pretend that that's not the fact, but it's actually. Well, even in America, man, even though fools be saying that they don't like that shit, they still watch. So, to me, what you could be doing is putting them on there. Skilled boxers, once people get a chance to watch, they start to, people watch. It's really just that simple. This is not rocket science, man. It just called an investment. Invest into the boxer and make a huge return. You could build multiple, you don't have to be on Mayweather level, but multiple pay-per-view stars. And people will be like, "Oh man, I know this guy, I know that guy." And I mean, unfortunately, it may hurt the bloggers' opportunity to get to the boxers. But the popularity of boxing will go up, and that means there will be more fight dates on TV. So it actually benefits the fans long term. To me, it's all this stuff just makes sense. I mean, if I could pitch this type, I'm pretty sure this stuff has been pitched before. Like, man, just invest into these boxers, dude. I mean. Earl Smith Jr. did like fucking what, 6 million?
6.5 million after the Olympic gold medal basketball game.
Yeah, man. I mean, that's smart though. You could, if you did that. That's my point though, man. It's like a Notre Dame football game, bro. Put on the PBC card or something like that, or if it's on ABC after you have or CBS after a big time SEC football game.
They need a Showtime, but PBC need another outlet.
They do.
They need multiple outlets. I think they need a Fox. I ain't talking about FS1. That shit don't count. I mean, like Fox outlet. They need if CBS is not, even CBS wouldn't be enough. They would need Fox, but Fox won't.
Get off bounce, please.
Yeah, they need Fox. They really need Fox. Or they need a Showtime streaming service.
Right.
They need a Showtime streaming service.
They do have Showtime has a service.
No, I'm talking about a exclusive streaming service, not just that Showtime anytime. They stream a lot on their Facebook and their YouTube page, but I mean,
you can still stream from Showtime and still stream that other stuff too. It doesn't have to be, strictly from there. You can still Showtime, just do it from multiple outlets. You know what I mean? It's just smart to do it that way to try to increase viewers, man. Because the more viewers, the better. That's like I said. At the end of the day, you're trying to build a bigger audience long term. That has to be the mindset. It's like, look, and then you got to be willing to advertise, which they don't do. They don't really advertise their fights. It's like, oh man, you got to pump that fight. I don't care how what it is. It ain't pay-per-view. Pump it.
Let people know that the fight's coming. No one knows. We're talking about it. People stumble upon fights. They don't know
best promotion right here. Us. We their best promotion.
Yep. They don't promote shit. Right here. Remember HBO After Dark? You see that shit when they talk about the fights on HBO After Dark. You see that shit on like CBS and shit like that, right?
Yep.
CBS, Showtime, ABC. You see it all over. They will promote the shit out of those fights. So that's why.
But at the end of the day, it's just Showtime don't have enough dates to make it, to satisfy PBC. Like I said, PBC, they should. I don't know. Maybe revisit what. I know Stephen Espinosa would be mad, but maybe go, reach out to HBO.
I think HBO is getting ready to get rid of sports as a whole.
Yeah, I think so too. But if they wanted to stay in sports, it'd be the perfect time to team up with Al Heyman right now. He got the best. And it's people in the Dan Rayfield chat. It's people that
like HBO got a lot of great content right now. HBO content sucks. They have nothing on that anybody really care that much about.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, people saying, well, what's more disappointing? HBO changing their music or PBC? I'm like, how's PBC a disappointment? I don't understand it.
PBC's had a shitload of great fights. Shitload of great fight cards.
I mean, and I ask people this. I said, what's Top Rank's best card this year? I'm not just talking about people say Lomachenko and Lennart. No. What's their best card? Their best card was the Isaac Dogboe card in Philadelphia. With Jesse.
That was a great card.
That wasn't even the top
five. You say great for Top Rank. Great for Top Rank.
That's probably not even a top 5 card in PBC this year.
No.
You would go to Badu, Jack Stevenson, JoJo Diaz, Gary Russell card. Right. I mean, you can go Jesse and Adrian Broner card was crazy with Charlo and Tank on the undercard, and even the untelevised portion card was great. What else did you have? Wilder Ortiz was a good main event. I'm not sure about that card. What else cards you have?
Did Tank fight on that card?
Yeah, Tank fought on that card. I went to that card. On what card? You talking about the Broner card?
No, not. Well, he was on the Broner card. I thought he was on that Wilder Ortiz fight. He wasn't on that one, was he?
What? He fought once this year, right?
Yeah, he fought once this year.
Yeah, he was on the Broner and Broner card. Vargas card.
Yeah. I'm talking about. Was he on the Wilder Ortiz?
You said what?
He wasn't on the Wilder Ortiz card?
I don't remember who was on that fucking card. I know that fight was on the. That card was on the same night as Bivol and Barrera and Kovalev, Igor Malakov. I'm trying to think about all the cards they had this year.
Bivol and Barrera card wasn't. I mean, well, Bivol and Barrera, that wasn't a bad card itself.
That was just a good fight. That card sucked because Igor Malakov and Kovalev, that was a mismatch.
Oh no, excuse me. That's right. Because didn't whatchamacallit fight Shabransky, right?
No, that was Igor Malakov and Kovalev.
Oh, okay. So he fought Shabransky the fight before that. The fight before he fought Shabransky.
Yeah. What else you have? I mean, what else cards PBC? I know Hearn and Lara was a card. I mean,
yeah, Hearn and Lara.
Santa Cruz
Lara had a good card too.
Who?
I think Hearn and Lara had a good card.
Yeah, I can't remember. I don't remember all this shit, man. I can't remember.
I know it's so much there, but some of the stuff you be forgetting because some of the undercards will be main events for everything else.
Yes, I mean Top Rank be paying their undercard people like $30,000.
I know
for the next highest, but they cards suck.
No, bro. I saw one dude. One of the fighters got $2,500 on the undercard. $2,500.
They got niggas. Who fight next? Oh, does Fury fight next weekend? Right?
Yeah, he does. Oh, so you know who else paid low too? Golden Boy, because Oscar De La Hoya paid Gary Spike O'Sullivan $20,000, $20,000, bro.
Antoine Douglas.
$20,000 for on the remember the Ryan Garcia card.
Yeah, and he supposedly sold that bitch out too. They on Facebook now. You know why he fight? I mean, since Facebook is so innovative now, and people telling me, "Oh, that's a big deal for Golden Boy to fight," why did Fox reach out to Golden Boy then?
Golden Boy. I'm sorry, Golden Boy roster is trash.
You know what, man? If I had to really just pick somebody to be biased,
Yeah.
Only reason I'm gonna ride with Triple G to beat Canelo, just to be biased, say just my fandom lies with him, is because I want to nail in the coffin the Golden Boy. Because if everything, before we get to Keith Thurman, if everything is everything, man, I'd rather see Golden Boy die.
Well, you know what? I heard if what Town was saying is right about Oscar De La Hoya and Canelo being at odds, it may be on the way. It may be closer to death than what we think.
What they at odds about?
Canelo can't stand each other. That's what Town was talking about.
I can believe that.
I can too. I can understand why Canelo wouldn't fucking like Oscar with all this bullshit he been doing.
You can go back to when Oscar was talking all that shit about Canelo fighting Floyd. He said that they forced him to fight Floyd.
Right.
And then it comes the week of the fight, Oscar checks into rehab. People forget that.
Right.
And he didn't come to Canelo and Floyd Mayweather because he would check himself into rehab after talking all that shit.
I don't think Canelo was forced to fight. I think from what I was hearing though, I've heard stuff in the past, it'd be Oscar the one trying to block fights. And it'd be Canelo. They said Canelo be wanting smoke. Canelo be wanting to fight the other dudes, and then like Oscar got something.
Yeah,
like
the Trout fight. Oscar tried to block the Trout fight.
Right.
But I think he said they forced him to fight Floyd Mayweather. That's what he said. He said I was promised that fight since I was 18 years old or 19 years old or some shit. You know, and then Oscar did all that shit talking and didn't show up. And then the All-Star boxing lawsuit, they sued him for $20 million. You think Oscar put his all money up?
Hell no.
It came out of Canelo pocket.
Yep. Canelo. But I was even saying for what Canelo should have been. Canelo should have been away from Golden Boy and doing his own thing, man.
Fucked up contract.
He probably is. And he's been learning. He's like, dude, you gotta put that money in and go learn English. By now, if Canelo been fighting over here so long now, he should be speaking like English, at least pretty decently now. Far better than Lomachenko. Lomachenko, a lot quicker than Lomachenko's picking this shit up. Canelo should be far more advanced than what he is.
Probably don't want to be.
Yep. That's a mistake, though. I think he's costing himself millions of dollars, man. By not learning English.
I mean, it'd be funny if he break away from Oscar. That'd be funny. Because the truth's going to be rolling out that bitch.
He break away from Oscar and we start getting all those fights that we wanted to see. That'll take
the truth rolling out that shit. You're going to get Oscar getting on that sauce. Start telling the truth. And none like
he was doing all kinds of stuff. You know, we tried to.
Yeah, it ain't nothing like a scoring cross-dresser.
Hey, but you know, Oscar better shut up because Canelo may tell some all kind of weirdo stories about Oscar. But Oscar don't seem to worry about it. He got all kind of weirdo shit anyway. But some shit that we don't know about, Canelo may really go let out everything. I'm like, fuck, I'm about to air this asshole out. He better hope he can keep him. Oscar, but I bet you Canelo's also annoyed by that weirdo shit. He has to be. He has to be, bruh. Cause I was like, man, what the fuck? Cause I mean, no matter of fact, I remember those would be this would be like other Mexican fans working hard to defend him. Like, no, don't you go sign with Al Heyman. Then after this latest weirdo shit came out, a lot of that noise about people wanting fighters to stay with Oscar De La Hoya, that shit then quieted down a lot.
But that's what Al Heyman. That's what Al. Make sure I hit that like button. That's what Al Heyman already knew. You know, that's why they tried to buy Golden Boy from him for $100 million when he was in rehab, and then he wouldn't sell it to him, and they started running them contracts out. They already knew Oscar was bad for the image of the potential PBC brand. That's what they was building.
Right. But that's what Oscar should have sold that shit when he could have, and got out of shit. I've heard rumors about Golden Boy being in the red, bruh. That's what I've heard.
Yeah, that's why they don't on Facebook. That Facebook shit ain't innovative. That Facebook fights on Facebook is for lower tier promoters that's trying to make a name for themselves. That shit ain't for no. But you know, Eddie Hearn's trying to go to Facebook with his own. He says that he wants to do his instant replay on Facebook. Like if Mikey Garcia fights Saturday, a couple hours later, he wants to replay the fight on Facebook. Right. I'll just wait to see the fight on Facebook for free.
Exactly. It's like
fuck I'm paying for this own for?
I won't decide. I won't watch. I'll make sure to stay off of YouTube that night so I don't see who won and all the shit like that. And then I go watch.
I really won't give a fuck who won because I ain't paying for it. I'll just watch the fucking replay. Who gives a fuck who won?
No, I'm talking about the make a video after. Like here's I just watched it. There'll probably be a lot of people doing that shit. They're like, I ain't gonna watch that shit live. I'm gonna wait for the fucking replay. And then once you see everybody start doing that, then he'll get rid of it and be like, okay, that failed. All right, dude. That's like nobody want to support your old punk ass. You know what? I'm gonna tell you this right now. If Eddie Hearn would have came in here correctly, I might have considered buying DAZN. Now I probably wouldn't have bought it looking at the content they have on there, just based on.
He would have had better content though.
Yeah,
because he would have been. He wouldn't have. He wouldn't. He knew he wouldn't have came with that fuck shit. He knew he wouldn't have been able to be like Fox and say, "I want exclusive rights to all your fighters."
Right.
You know, if it look, man, I'm gonna do a video about this later. If he willing to give Mikey and Earl $8 million a piece, motherfucker, you might as well get that to Earl and Terrence. Nigga, I'll sign up to watch that bitch for a month.
Yep.
That's that. I mean, if you're willing to go that far, Earl and Terrence to take the $8 million. Terrence is gonna Bob Arum and like, look here, motherfucker, I'm not gonna make $8 million. Nowhere else.
No, but Bob Arum has this fairy tale of a ESPN pay-per-view. I don't see that coming.
They will have 2 pay-per-views this year and not had 1 yet.
Right.
But the thing about it is, if you got $8 million to $16 million to get those 2 fighters, motherfucker, you might as well go to Earl and Terrence. Like, look here, man.
I think what I'm gonna check. Did 1.7 or something like 1,700,000 or something like that on ESPN.
It don't matter. They will not. If Earl
that's
and Terrence,
terrible. No, my point is that's terrible. That's terrible for ESPN. What ESPN all the subscribers they have, that ain't shit.
It ain't even subscribers. It's a free basic cable channel. But if you got 16 million to get an Earl and Mikey, nigga, 4 more million, you put that bitch on the zone, nigga. Like just go sit with Bob. Like, bro, it's basically pay-per-view.
What do you know? What he should come for Earl and Terrence is like, look, I'll give you 12.5 a piece. Fight on the zone. Have this fight on his own. That's what he should do. He giving him advice.
He ain't got to give him that much. He can come with that same $16 million offer to be real. 8 to you. You know what? We can do 10% from each one of y'all. The 20% goes to the winner. Since it's 50-50 fight, or you know what, the winner gets the
thing though. Showtime.
Or the winner.
I heard Showtime would offer more money than ESPN to try to make that a pay-per-view fight. Anyway,
but they couldn't. But none of them gonna guarantee them $8 to $10 million.
No,
none of them networks gonna guarantee them type of money.
No.
If Eddie really got 16 million to give to Mikey and Earl a piece, 18 to 8 million a piece,
I don't believe him though, bro.
To Terrence and Earl.
I don't believe him because he's giving so much money to Anthony Joshua. I don't believe that if he's giving as much money as he say he is, because nothing he's done to me so far has shown that he has 8 to 10 million to give to them dudes, bro.
True, but the dude that run the zone, the dude that run the zone is the 50th richest man in the world, and he's from Russia. But he's from Russia, but he resides in the UK. If he go to him and say, "Look here, man, whoop whoop whoop," you know, and we can build this, he can come up with that money, man. That'll be monumental for the zone.
Right, have him kick down. He could kick down some more money, but one thing they're not doing the zone is terrible. Is like I'm saying the same thing. Why aren't you running ads on the networks?
Yeah, I said that in my videos too.
Building this shit. You should be running ads to try to build your shit. Fucking come. It's a fucking month away. You know, they've been a few weeks away for their first fight. You ain't ran not one. You should have been running ads. The moment they announced, they should have been running ads about the zone.
They should have been doing a beta. They should have been doing a beta on some of their Sky like Box Nation type fights on Saturday, like last Saturday afternoon. They should have ran a beta on the zone for that.
Oh, that shit happens, but I still you still need to be
before we get to Keith Thurman, they just gonna kick off the zone. No test run in the United States. You're gonna kick off the zone for free and not knowing how the shit gonna stream. Like I said, they should have had a beta run. They should have took one of the UK cards.
It didn't matter if that motherfucker flop. Like if no one can watch the fights and they're like the shit start crashing and shit like that, man, they gonna lose so many motherfucking subscribers before they even get started. Like, well, y'all already off to a bad start. It's like I don't understand. I guess they're supposed to be tested, but to me, that's why you should have been out testing all this shit now, and you should have been running the ads promoting your network. I mean, promoting your app. You haven't said shit.
Should have been going on ESPN promoting it. You should have been going on, Fox promoting it. You should have been, doing promos about it. But hey.
But yeah, probably once people, here's the fact. I guess they don't want to promote because people would laugh at the content they got on the motherfucker anyway. Because people don't want to watch that shit. The shit they got on there, their biggest get was fucking what's that? No. I'm talking about the MMA. What is that? Bellator. Bellator. That's their biggest get. But that's seriously, that's their biggest get. That's the one thing that connects to America the most is the MMA. The boxing shit where they got all these goddamn foreigners, and people that say, "Well, I'm being what's xenophobic." I'm not being xenophobic. I'm just telling you 100, man. A lot of Americans want to see Americans fight. Now you do have some Americans, but you got unknown people. You sat there. I'm telling you, when he went to that deal, he promised them. I guarantee you, promised them he was gonna get Deontay Wilder, the Charlo twins, Earl Spence, Mikey Garcia. Like he was gonna get all the top fighters on PBC. I guarantee you, he promised them all. Cause he didn't think they were making that much money. Because he when he was reading is what had to be released.
The commission, the commission.
Yeah, that's what the Securities Exchange Commission forces them to do that. So you have to release those numbers, right? So he just thought that the initial numbers what they were making. It's like no, the reason why Al Haymond's loved because he started giving them money on the back end, concessions, fucking everything, man. Where they touching apparel, food, seats.
He also got the whole live gate when he fought JoJo Diaz.
Oh shit! So these dudes ain't thinking like I said. He's not thinking about that. I guarantee you, none of your fucking fighters are touching all that money. None of his fighters touch all that back end money.
I'll be right back, Kylie.
All right. So that's what it comes down to, man. It's like he's none of his fighters touch that back end money, and now he don't know what to do. So he keeps talking about how much money he has, but he hasn't shown shit. Like, if he's really out there, he should be throwing out some astronomical number to attract people. And he's not doing any of that stuff. So, at the end of the day, if he really wanted to make a statement, he would really go out there and throw out an astronomical number. Throw out a number so high that guys have to listen. Like, look, man, I'm going to give you this. Look, man, we got to get you on here. We need to build the zone. You know what I mean? I want to build the zone with you guys. Hopefully, you guys like the page that I gave you. But one thing Eddie Hearn said, though, which was stupid, he said, you know what, we'll start off paying you well, but eventually your pay gonna drop. We're not gonna pay you as much in the future after that. You know what I mean? You're gonna take a pay cut. So initially it's gonna look good, but eventually it's you're gonna be broke again. You ain't gonna be making that much money. And
he said that.
Yeah, man. Basically, that's what he said. He said when first you start off like the PBC model, you start off by completely overpaying guys, and then eventually the money settles back down. We're not making much money, and it's nearly as much money anymore. We got to be realistic. I'm like, why would you tell them that? You'd be better off lying. So I guess you're gonna sit there and tell them that. I'm like, well, fuck, that's the case. Just stay where we're at. I mean, so basically, if you go over there, like I said, I don't recommend anybody going, but if you go over there for a one-fight deal. Make sure you get he completely overpay you. If I was a PBC fighter, if I'm gonna do that, if I'm gonna go sign with the zone, it's gonna be a one-fight deal where it's gonna be he gonna completely overpay me, way more, at least 3 times what I normally get.
Make sure I hit that like button. He should have just legitimately. Yeah, free mind. What's going on? He should have just legitimately been nice with Al, sat down with Al, say, this is what I got. And everybody knew PBC needed an outlet more than Showtime. And whatever reason, CBS didn't want to commit to him. Right. He would have been better just being partners with him. But, everybody want to be the boss of all bosses.
I'm going to tell you why he didn't do that, man. Because he wanted to take the boxing. But here's the thing. Eddie Hearn didn't want to do that because he was probably worried that Al Haymon would eventually get an exclusive deal for PBC fighters and he wouldn't be able to have really no access to his fighters. You know what I mean? He went. You know what I mean? That Al Haymon would end up getting his own deal with his own, and that's probably what he didn't want. All of a sudden, you get PBC on his own.
Where they said all of a sudden the middleman then.
Huh?
They just cut out the middleman. But Richard Schaefer and them already took part of the World Boxing Super Series.
Yep, they already took some of that money. That's what people forgot too. I mean, remember that there was an article stating that that so the money that went towards boxing, the World Boxing Super Series got a cut of that. Not all that money went to Eddie Hearn. That's why Eddie Hearn ain't throwing out the kind of money that he was talking about. He lying. Because it's like I said, if he had the money that he was saying, he would get more attention. But I'll still wait out. I'll hold out. I'll still give him a chance to see if he gonna get anybody. But right now, I just don't believe he has the money that he says he has. I don't. Cause the World Boxing Super Series, it's not just the cruiserweight. It's also the junior welterweight, and I believe it's the bantamweight, and there's like a couple more. So at the end of the day, like I said before, man, that money he has to share that money. He has to share that money with the World Boxing Super Series. I'm just saying, man, he don't have as much money as he says he has. His budget got reduced once Richard Schaefer signed. He didn't give them a completely different deal. It's still one boxing budget. The only one who got exclusive deal was Bellator. World Boxing Super Series and Matchroom are sharing their budget, that boxing budget. So Eddie Hearn lying. He's still lying.
He is, man.
You were the first one to read that article. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I remember it.
Yeah, so that's why I keep saying he don't have the kind of money that he keeps saying he got, man. He gonna have to prove me wrong. I don't
think he offering the type of money he's saying he offering. Tyson Fury take a $7 to $8 million payday to beat Tony Bellew. He lying.
Nah, he probably offered him like
that motherfucker lying.
He probably offered him 4 or 5, maybe like 4.5, something like that. Watch.
Yeah, that motherfucker lying, dog. That motherfucker lying.
Well,
I definitely.
Gotta tell you, Tyson Fury. You don't have Tyson Fury going, oh yeah, he will offer me. He gave me a good deal to fight, to fight Tony Bellew. I don't believe it, man. Because funny thing, they do fights on pay-per-view, and like Dillian White only be making like $1 million and shit. Like, how the fuck is the fight on pay-per-view and he only brought home $1 million when he was the motherfucking he was the main event. The main event only getting $1 million for a pay-per-view fight? Don't that seem weird to you? Am I?
Hell yeah.
Or am I insane that if you were the main event for a pay-per-view, you only bring home $1 million? What?
And then Eddie Hearn said, "Well, Al Heyman, I met him a few times, and he's a good guy. I mean, he seemed pretty cool." And I'm like, I don't get it. Like, if he's pretty cool, why you trying to beat him? You can't beat him. He like ghosts. You can't beat him.
He far more intelligent than you are. But he also, but you see, he don't really shit on Al Heyman for the most part. He don't mess him. He don't drag his name through the mud. It's Shelly Finkel, who still outsmarts him every time too. He outsmarts him and his father. Shelly Finkel got so much more game and his experience with shit is so vast compared to Barry Hearn. It's a real joke. Barry Hearn and Shelly Finkel been around boxing about the same time. And Barry Hearn with Anthony Joshua, this was his first big fighter. His first huge, and their big fighter isn't even big in America. They got a fighter who has a massive name, who has no fucking name recognition in America. And they're acting like that they have like this huge name fight where Shelly Finkel had fucking Mike Tyson. Mike Tyson was a global star, was a real global superstar. There's a difference. Anthony Joshua ain't never made nowhere near the kind of money that Mike Tyson was making $30 million in the 80s. In the 80s. Motherfucker, Anthony Joshua ain't never been anywhere near that kind of money. Ever. Because he ain't no big star here. Like I keep going up to. The plan for them were to come here to the United States of America. Anthony Joshua was
Anthony Joshua as the battering ram.
Right.
But when they tried to go through the fucking dough, Wilder, and nobody expected Wilder to be this good.
Nope. And they like, nope,
and that happens in every division. That happens in every division. Real talk. You know? Right. Every time you see somebody, like, I don't know who can beat this guy, woo, woo, and there's somebody else that arises. You know, it's just the way it is. What's up, General Pendant?
And now they try to keep him away, but I used to think Anthony Joshua was top guy, but I knew Luis Ortiz was good too. But it wasn't until
motherfuckers went from dick riding Luis Ortiz, all right?
Yeah, no, Luis Ortiz. Talking about This is what I'm going back to. I'm talking about the time when Eddie Hearn and when acted funny around Luis Ortiz, and I started going, how good is Anthony Joshua really, man? And then I read when Eddie Hearn said he was going to vacate the WBA title, that's when I really started to question. But I was still.
But no, that's not even that. More dudes were with Luis Ortiz hard. They was with him tough, and then Joshua came on the scene. They would start riding with him. And then, you know, Eddie Hearn wants to re-sign Luis Ortiz. He told Ness.
Oh, wow. Oh, hold on 1 second. Hold on. I'll be right back. I got
a video I'm going to drop about that.
I'm going to be right back.
AM makes $30 million a fight, 3-year fight deal for Sky, $135 a year. Who is AM? You mean Anthony Joshua? 3-year plus PO or pay-per-view off that top. Well, he fine doing that. I don't believe he's making all that money. Because he just asked Eddie Hearn for a payday. For a pay raise. I guess that's his pay raise, I would guess. But, yeah, okay. I don't care about what he's making. I legitimately don't care. Is you going to – who is AM? I just want to fucking see them – I want him to fight Wilder. If Wilder a bum and yada that, Wilder all that.
No, but I hope Ortiz. Yeah,
Hassan said, hold on. Hassan said, I hope Jennings can fight Ortiz or Andy Ruiz. I don't give a fuck about Brian Jennings no more. I like him as a person, but if he ain't gonna squeeze down the cruiserweight, bro, he is a non-fucking factor. You know what? His best opportunity came versus Vladimir Klitschko, but it was debatable about him and Wilder for a minute. They was going back and forth on to what up, Capadonna 24.
Yeah, Wilder decapitates that motherfucker right now, bro.
Yeah, man. It was debatable though. Like I said, Wilder hadn't always been the cream of the crop.
No, he wasn't. No, at first, you know, when you remember, especially his first 33 fights, when he was with Golden Boy, but nobody really thought about Golden Boy at the time, even though he was with Golden Boy. And you could just looking at Wilder, it's like, okay, he just like every other, you know, okay heavyweight. We're not. I ain't gonna lie, I was looking at him more towards like a bum who just fighting other bums and knocking out bums.
People thought Seth Mitchell was better than him. Legitimately, that's no joke.
Yeah, people did. Come on,
Jonathan Banks was better than him at the time.
Hey, early on, you didn't really have much faith in Wilder at first. No one did. He was nowhere near as good as he is now. His jab has improved vastly. His jab is so much better than it was. His defense is so much better than what it was. He still makes mistakes, but his reflexes are outrageous. People know. I said, if proof that his reflexes are good is that remember every time Luis Ortiz he would go move to the left. He would move to Luis Ortiz's left hand, but he was avoiding those shots. It's like you're moving right into a straight left hand. What are you doing? Go to the right. He wouldn't go to the right. He kept going to the left. And like Luis Ortiz didn't even have to direct him to the left. He just naturally moved to his right into the line of fire. And I was like, wow. And I kept thinking he's gonna get clipped. And he showed a heck of a chin, man, too. But he showed a heck of reflexes, man.
Hassan, you might as well take your fandom over to Jerry Ennis. Ryan Jennings, I don't even think he would be Andy Ruiz at this point. You know what I'm saying? I'm just keeping it real. I like Brian Jennings a lot. Right. But it's just like he's just too small. Just too small. He's not small. He's not fast enough to compensate for his lack of physicality. Is a football game to come on today?
There's I thought there was a whole bunch of preseason games on, but I don't know. I don't know, man, because I haven't watched any.
I watched the Lions last night. Let me see what's on tap.
I know the Lions were in Oakland last night. I know they talked about it on the news. They played the Raiders, man.
Yeah.
My team, which I would normally watch, but I'm still doing my duty, my due diligence.
And you come back to the dark side. Ain't nobody gonna think none of that. Come back to the dark side. We'll talk after the CBA. Ain't no point, man. Ain't shit else to watch. This boxing shit is getting pathetic. We heard about Keith Thurman. Like I told you, motherfuckers, Keith Thurman's gonna come back as an undercard, man.
That makes sense for him to come back as an undercard.
Yeah, he's still the number one welterweight, though. He may have
to come back. Well, he ain't gonna be. He can't come back and catch weight unless he vacates the title.
No, I said he's still the number one welterweight.
Yeah. Well,
sorry, I said that shit yesterday. I said that shit the other day. I say it's crazy that Keith Thurman ain't almost fought in 2 years coming up on next March. All right, and nobody's gained no ground on him. Nobody's gained no ground on him. And he knows it too.
Now you ask the fighters, Terrence Crawford and them are like, Keith Thurman's still the number one welterweight. Bullshit.
Not even just that though. like Keith Thurman knows he like none of these motherfuckers gonna fight each other.
Right. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't want to. How about we don't assign anyone number one until they fight? No one's number one.
I'm just saying Keith Thurman number because he got the best resume. It's just plain and simple at the welterweight division. He's done the most.
Earl Spence has tried, but I'm gonna say
he beat the number 4 or the number 5 and the number 5 welterweight in the division.
Right.
Earl Spence, he ain't did shit. He ain't moved up, down, nothing. Terrence Crawford just came and he got a title, but he knows Keith Thurman knows he can take his sweet time because the bunch won't fight each other. They won't. All right, Sean.
Everybody want to fight him. Everybody
want to fight him because they know he come back. He gonna be a hurt stank. He gonna be hurt. So he playing his cards the way he's. Keith Thurman, very, very cerebral and smart guy, bro. He knows exactly what he's doing.
Keith Thurman realizes if he could take 2 or 3, warm up fights, you know what I mean, get back fights, and then 2 or 3 light touches, and then after that he can step back in there. With the top competition, especially if he can keep his weight down. He made a mistake though by being away from boxing so long. At least not trying to do some cardio and shit like that because now he's been having trouble cutting weight. So that's one of the problems with him now. That's why you don't want to get too big. Dude got up to almost 200 pounds, and now he had to cut all that off.
He might not be able to make that limit no more for real without compensating something.
Yeah, he may have to start. You gonna go that clenbuterol, bro?
He might have to go to 154. He fought at 152 as an amateur or whatever the fuck it was.
Yeah, but I guess maybe he could cut some deals with WBA, and maybe he could pay, the opponent or something like that. Where he could be like, man, look, man, I've been off this time. Can we make this fight like? Amir Khan couldn't make 147 right away, but he like, oh, we fight at like 150 or something like that.
Yeah,
maybe, cut it.
They didn't cut so many deals right now. He probably broke. Fuck around with them.
You never know. They maybe can get Al Hammond or something like that. Cut a deal with the WBA, and just look, man. He said, "Look, we're gonna compensate the opponent. Well, we're gonna fight at this, this catch weight here. You know what I mean?
I think it's a bad. I think it's a bad idea to have him come back on on the Earl and Mikey card. I think that's a terrible idea for him.
Oh, there's gonna be a lot of pressure for him to fight Earl. That's what it's gonna. It's like when you fighting Earl, man, because the crowd gonna be like, "We won." We said we won. We said they're gonna start talking to him, but fans will be like, "So when you gonna fight Earl Spence Jr.?" And that's the question is gonna start again.
Right after the fight, right after you win this fight, they're gonna ask that shit, or in a press conference. Errol Spence if he beat Mikey, he gonna get flooded with them questions. If Mikey somehow when he goes to flood with Keith Thurman questions, he'll fuck around and fight Mikey next though.
Yeah, he said, well, it's not gonna happen, man. It's not gonna happen. Earl Spence, he's not on my radar. He's not on my radar right now, though. You know what I'm saying? Remember Sean Porter.
That worked for him. If Anthony Joshua just came out and said that shit, he might have got some relief. Anthony Joshua legitimately took. Hey, Keith Thurman should send Anthony Joshua a check because Anthony Joshua legitimately took all the fucking notoriety and pressure off of Keith Thurman by this wild shit.
Yeah, because Keith Thurman was getting all the motherfucking heat, all the heat. Until Anthony Joshua pulled his whole shit.
Remember he was over there in the pause boxing the street with my mans.
Oh man, the amount of hate he got. Remember all the hate he got after that? Man, I said that motherfucker's a punk. He said, I know he can fight Earl now. Bitch ass motherfucker won't even fight him. Said the fucking barge looking motherfucker won't fight Earl. Now you get to the amount of hate that Keith was getting after that, and then Anthony Joshua pulled some fuck shit. I want $50 million. I'm gonna turn down $50 million. Like, ooh, and Keith Thurman was like, I love you. Keith Thurman probably just like, I love you, man.
Probably sent him a fan letter and shit. Dear Anthony Joshua, you probably won't believe it's Keith Thurman, but I sent you an autographed shirt one time.
Hey, man, Keith Thurman, Anthony Joshua gets so much heat now. Every time that motherfucker posts anything on his Instagram, immediate fucking heat right away. When you gonna fight Wilder, motherfucker? What kind of shit right there? Most of his comments.
His trainer got mad. His trainer got mad on Instagram saying, I will not tolerate any more disrespect towards Keith Thurman. I will delete you. I say, it's bad. It's bad.
Hey, dude, that's why but here's the thing, though. Don't be talking about you want to fight the best and all that shit, and then when it comes time to have to fight Earl Spence, because you said, if Earl get a title, you know what I'm saying? Because you know what I hate? This is what's happening, which is true. Earl Spence doesn't have the greatest resume. But how can he have a great resume if he can't get the guys to fight him? We said, well, you got to get a better resume. How do you get a better resume? That's what I heard from people on. This dude came on my comment section for that reason. I didn't even post a video yesterday. And he's from the UK talking about, well, who is Luis Ortiz fought? I'm like, well, hell, he tried to fight Anthony Joshua. He's like, well, I think he would gas out. I said, okay, you saying you guess he gassed out against Anthony Joshua, who's also known for fucking gassing out and shit like that, having no fucking stamina. I said, how about Anthony Joshua gassed out and gets knocked out by Luis Ortiz? Well, he hasn't fought anybody. I said, no, we're not gonna play that game, bro. We're not gonna play that game. Why don't you tell the bitch made motherfucking Anthony Joshua in the ring? Since you said he gonna knock him out.
See, a lot of fans don't want to see it. A lot of fans are rather just talk shit than actually see the fight and be wrong.
No, they know what's gonna happen. And I'm gonna tell you, it's not just that. They know what's gonna happen. They know in their hearts. That's why they don't want to see the Wilder fight. And they got some of the people that were talking shit to me. They were talking about, man, you just hate Anthony Joshua because he got all those belts and 21 fights. I said, how about he should fight Wilder? Well, he needs 2 years to fight Wilder. What? You were just bragging about this guy being the number one guy in the division, the A side, and how impressive he was to acquire 3 belts and 21 fights. But now he needs 2 years to prepare for Deontay. How's he number one? Then Wilder's the number one guy in the division, right? Well, Wilder's not the number one guy in the division, Anthony Joshua. Then why does he need 2? That's stupid. I said, that's why I start blocking these people, man. My block list is high. Like I said, you keep coming with the stupid shit. I'm having fun blocking y'all. I'm tumbling all y'all bitches. All y'all motherfuckers come with that stupid shit, it'd be automatic block. I'm on block season now. I done blocked probably like 25 people in the last day and a half. And happily. I'm enjoying blocking people. So I said, man, I used to be apprehensive about it, and I like it now. Because when you come with stupid shit, I just block you. Because I ain't got time to repeat the same fucking argument.
Hey, I remember, I was trying to find it. Andre Berto did an interview. He was talking about, how they was freezing out Earl Spence and shit. I think it was for Fight Hype or some shit. And he was talking about, how they was freezing out Earl, how they wanted just Earl to pay his dues before they gave him a shot and shit. The shit was, I can't remember. I gotta find an interview.
I actually remember that interview. I remember that interview, and that's exactly what's happening to Earl Spence Jr. too, man. Matter of fact, funny thing though, and I'm glad when what I was just talking about, the same things happening to Earl Spence Jr. and Terrence Crawford fans are doing the same shit to him. So back and forth, like, well, who was Terrence fought? Who was Earl fought? Neither one of y'all's resumes are impressive.
But shout out to D-Lo 404 Boxing and More. We hear you, Mutombo.
But you're right though, bro. You right though. You right though. Motherfuckers they are trying to freeze out Earl Spence Jr. and try to make.
That's what he said. He said basically in so many words. They said we're trying to look. Remember, you gotta remember this shit too, man. I said this the other day. Most of these dudes was friends from the amateurs, dog. So the scripted shit is in full effect, bro.
Right.
It's a reason why Earl won't pull up on Sean and Danny. It's a reason why. It's a reason why he won't pull their whole card. They friends. The amateur box community is very, very small.
Yep. And it's sad. They ain't gonna fight. There's been no real extensive pressure in order for them to fight you. So they're not gonna fight you. They're not going to. And you're not applying enough pressure to embarrass them.
Oh, he said when he said Mutombo, he was talking about you blocking everybody. I've been doing that shit. I ain't got time for that shit, though. As soon as I hear some racist shit or some irritating shit, right. I unblocked 2 people. I unblocked Battle Rifle because I don't know how he got blocked, and I unblocked one of my notorious trolls.
Right. I said I don't mind blocking some motherfuckers though, bro. I learned
my block list strong, long and strong.
Yeah. Like I said, your block list. And I said, like,
when you first come in, you be like, man, I don't know, I ain't gonna block nobody. I'm gonna let it ride. Fuck that. That bitch get to rolling like a motherfucking chopper drum.
Yeah, the moment your channel starts to blow up just a little bit, you start getting all the idiots coming on, repeating the same stupid shit.
And then also what you gotta understand too is when you start a channel too, before you get back on Keith Thurman, is that a lot of these niggas pay for their subs, man.
Yep.
A lot of times, nobody with the subs I got should be competing with a motherfucker who got 100,000 subscribers or 50, 60, 30,000 subscribers.
Oh,
a lot of these dudes got a real generic subscriber base. I'm not gonna say no names. Legitimately, I'm not gonna say.
I'm gonna tell you something. I'm gonna tell you something off air. who got them. Some of them you know. One of them you be surprised. That's all I can tell you right now, man. Motherfuckers do definitely be buying their subs, man.
Yep.
They do.
You can tell by just looking at the viewerships.
Yep. Like,
you can look at the viewerships, man. So, it's damn near impossible to get that high without buying. Somebody said somebody name in the chat. I ain't gonna say Boxing Ego name, but
right. No, but it's there's videos on him, which is it's pretty obvious.
Yeah. D-Lo say it's MFers who have 100K subs and their videos only had 120 views. I mean, I know this one dude that had over 50,000 subscribers, dog. His live stream, he had 5 people in that. I said, how?
It's not impossible. It's like when you do that, to me, like I said, I've always wanted to build my subs organically, man. Because then then you'll have, especially if you put out content, they get your retention rate is high, and they know your subs are your subs. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like they really are your subs, and like you don't have that fake shit. You really get. And all that too, you also get the responses in the comment section. So, you know what I mean?
Kirk Sugar. What's up, Kirk Sugar? What's going on?
But it's a lot of fake shit going on, man. Motherfuckers are building up their subscriber base. Boxing really just doesn't get that. Boxing channels really don't get that many subscribers, man. I'm just keeping
the real subscriber base is them family channels and shit, and them prank channels and shit like that.
Oh, the prank channels, show game channels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I be saying like motherfuckers, motherfuckers who be planting shit. You know what I'm saying?
I ain't into it. I can't watch nobody play a video game. What's the fucking point of that?
I don't know. I don't get that either, man. I don't know, to the do-it-yourself channels, like you see motherfuckers.
Yeah, do-it-yourself. That's useful.
Hey, them motherfuckers come in like working on the car, certain things like that. Oh, I didn't know about how to do that. And you go in there. I learned all kind of shit by watching the do-it-yourself videos. Instead of taking it and goes and paying a whole bunch of money for shit, I end up doing shit myself. I'm like, oh, that's where it's at. That's where it's located at. Okay. Before I start fuck shit up, and if I can't find it myself, then I'll go to YouTube and find one of those do-it-yourself videos, and then I'll follow from there.
Yeah, boxing channel videos, not really. Sports channel videos in general ain't where YouTube thrive. Everybody's still brainwashed to watch.
Basketball channels. The basketball channels. Them motherfuckers grow rapidly. Basketball channels. Those grow rapidly. I don't really check too much for college football, but the basketball, the NBA ones, the motherfuckers be connected to the NBA, then they be getting those.
You can show the highlights without getting penalized for it.
Huh?
You can show the highlights without getting penalized.
Yeah, the NBA wants you to do that because it helps promote their league. It's also have helped them grow their fan base. The NBA, the NFL be trying to sue you and take all your money, be trying to break you and shit. NFL don't want you to show shit.
Virgo 1650T3 said Ego is cool. He supports why. Hey, I got a problem with boxing Ego.
No, Ego cool as fuck.
I didn't say that he bought subscribers. I didn't say that. I just read somebody else. I read somebody else comment.
Yep.
Timmy Diamonds, why do I want to watch somebody react to seeing my mom's play?
I mean, somebody sent me a video, some shit like that before, but whatever. If he did, who gives a shit? He ain't hurt nobody.
Yep, a lot of them dudes got them partnerships.
Right. How to do the partnership is how you really make money, though. You be getting like sponsors and shit like that, especially from NBA channels. Like you'll see an NBA channel with 10,000 subs, but he getting a lot of views, and you're like, so that motherfucker getting paid though, because he got a sponsorship, because YouTube ain't paying shit. Most of that money be coming from the sponsorships. Like that's where, but it's hard to get a sponsorship in boxing, bro.
Yeah.
Unless you get paid by Eddie Hearn or somebody like that.
Yep, it's hard because what you gonna do? Show off them Elvis Grant gloves? Nobody buying boxing gear.
No, man. Like I said, boxing just doesn't pay. So you got to do it. You really got to do it for the love of the sport.
Exactly, because there's many other ways you can go and get sponsorships and stuff of that nature.
Like if we really wanted to, we probably could make money off doing college football and breaking, because there's all kind of college football is not as hard on shit either, on content and shit. So you could probably get away with doing more college football shit if you just really went in on.
You can get away with doing more local shit and blow up before you do boxing shit and blow up. As far as your local sports team and cover them and get you a fan base, and that local sports team will call you up real quick when you get to a certain plateau.
Yeah, combat sports in general, boxing is difficult. Combat sports is difficult to make money off of. But it's funny. I saw this fucking lady she does like I don't know. I ran into her shit on accident. Lady fucking plants vegetation in her garden, flowers, like fucking carrots, shit like that. This is how you make it. This is how you get this plant to grow this way. And she has like 14 million subs. I forgot what fucking channel it is. She has 14 million subs, bro. 14 million subs. She be doing like 20 million, 30 million views for fucking plant shit in her garden.
My boy just texted me. He run a Dallas Cowboy channel. He said his wife's cousin is Robert Porcher, and he's sitting right in his living room right next to him.
Oh, shit. Be doing an interview with.
Yeah, I should tell him hop on the horn. He a Cowboy fan, though, man. Yeah, man. Kurt Sugar don't like boxing ego. Why not, Kurt Sugar? Right. Kurt Sugar don't like nobody. It's probably a good-ass reason. It's a good-ass reason Kurt Sugar don't like nobody, because Curtis Anderson cool as hell. But, yeah, Keith Thurman, if he an undercard, he deserved to be an undercard for being on something that long.
He ain't been around. But if he won spectacularly and looks good in his next few fights, he'll be right back to where he was.
J1 Pro said, I think if there were more fights more often, boxing channels would do better. I think it was a better sport, But it's a good niche to get into because it ain't a lot of competition.
No, it's not.
It ain't a lot of competition.
No, if this was the 80s, if this was around in the 80s, motherfucking YouTube channel would be massive. Massive. Yeah. Because there was a lot of fans.
It's easy to gain access to fights too. Easy to gain access to the fighters. Right. Boxing might be the most accessible sport that you get to the athletes.
It is by far. It ain't even close. But that's because boxers aren't that popular, man. Most people don't know boxers. That's why they're accessible. They're rich, but they don't have that. Like Adrian Broner's the one guy who I know. I have friends, especially female friends, who don't watch any boxing at all, but they know Adrian Broner. They know that motherfucker. And then
they fighting on closed networks.
Mm-hmm. But Adrian Broner, man, if he really had took his craft seriously, dude had so much crossover appeal. Yeah, he's just idiot, but he's an idiot, man.
He had the how can I say it? He had the plan, he had the blueprint, but he didn't have the skills or the dedication or the discipline. That's the issue.
I would say more of the dedication than anything.
I think that discipline too.
Look at him. Look at him in the off season.
Tank got the same problem.
Yep. When I interviewed
Tank got the exact same problem.
Yeah, when I interviewed Tank in LA, he had a gut.
Yep. Hey, oh man, did you see? I'm gonna do a video on this, dog. But I seen on Ashley Corner that Tevin Farmer said he got better defense than Floyd Mayweather.
Stop.
Swear to God,
Stop.
I got the interview.
Man, this dude just. Come on, man. First thing, don't even know you, nigga. But this nigga, fuck, you got knocked out by Pedraza. How you got better defense than Floyd Mayweather? I get you improved. I mean, knocked out by Pedraza.
But Tevin's smart though. Tevin own a titty bar though. He don't even go to that bitch though. So he doing something right.
No, he's smart. There's nothing wrong with that.
Yep. He invested. Unlike Tank. I don't know why these dudes don't stay in shape between fights. Dominic Brazil, what he was saying? He was saying, "Yeah, I'm training 5 days a week, even though I don't have a fight."
That's new for him.
You fucking working out 5 days a week?
That's new for him because usually he don't train in between fights.
Why wouldn't you train between fights? That's dumb. Why would you let yourself, even if as a heavyweight, why would you let yourself get out? I see why some of these niggas look the way they do.
You should train all year round. Really? Exactly. That shit, you should never stop training. It also helps you stay sharp.
Yup.
Don't mean you got to do extensive training. You
and the
just
muscle memory too.
Yeah.
At least you should work out.
Right.
Shit, at least you should work out. You know, if you don't want to go hit the bag and spar,
Right.
at least you stay in some type of physical. That's an epidemic in boxing.
Help you keep your weight down.
Yep. Tank was like a motherfucking middleweight.
Yeah, Tank was a big dude, bro. He just short. He only about 5'4", maybe 5'5", something like that.
Talking all that shit. He told old boy he smacked the shit out his ass when he see him. So Correa ass, he told that motherfucker, say, when I see you, I'm gonna slap the shit out you.
Did you see Tank on Instagram yesterday apologizing to his girlfriend for cheating on her and shit like that?
Hold on, D-Lo 404 say again, does Bazile work at Tevin's bar? He got him. He said he for cheating on his girl. Just had a baby though, like nigga, like publicly. I don't care if I did cheat. I'm not publicly apologizing for shit because my personal relationship status and my personal life gonna stay off of social media,
right.
Regardless.
Yeah. Maybe just stay off social media to us for a little bit. That's what you do because he probably meet half the chicks.
I understand, man. Like you gotta understand this nigga, 22 years old, 23 year old with probably $1 million. He gonna do it.
Teenager, bro.
Yeah, he a kid. What these females, they don't think.
Right.
They don't think. You know what, man? We gonna cut it off, man. You want to do some podcast, man?
Yeah, give me like 30 minutes.
All right, for sure. We're gonna go ahead and cut this off. Shout out to everybody. Cali, tell them they can find you at.
You can find me at the Cali Enigma Boxing and Sports Network, the Cali Enigma 2, and the Cali Enigma on Instagram and Twitter.
All right, all the rest of the links in the description. I gotta use the bathroom. We gone.
All right.